So I'm working on some videos and stuff, and I wanted to show you something that I think is really cool. So, this is what I edit on. It's Final Cut Express, and I just finished working on my skincare routine, and I made an end slate. If you don't know what an end slate is, it's kind of like a call to action, or something that's clickable that you can play with, that is at the end of videos, encouraging you to check out other videos. I've been watching them a lot on the Shaytards, and I really like how they do them, so I made my own version. So this is what it looks like, and I made one for drhappen too, which you'll see at the end of this video. So there's me, blah, blah, blah. And then here's my end slate. So I have my Twitter handle, Facebook URL, and my Pinterest URL, and then, more videos from rebeccakelsey.com. I'll probably make this clickable as a subscribe button. And then here I have 2 recent videos that are related to the video that I just had. So then I'll record a voiceover when I get home saying, click this side if you want to see this video, and click that side if you want to see that, blah, 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 blah. And, check me out on all these different things. So I thought it was really cool. I really like how it turned out. It took me about 30 minutes to make the base, and then just adding the 2 related videos takes no time at all. So I'll just do that with each individual video, and then if not, then there's just these black boxes here as guidelines, so I know always where to put the video. So I think it turned out pretty cool. I'm excited about it. I really like seeing it move. I'm like, wow, okay, that's a lot of different versions of me. That's pretty funny. So anyway, I've just been trying to do a lot of different changes and things that can make me and Chris's channels better, and I would love you guys' suggestions if you have any, so feel free to let me know. So, class was okay. It was easy today. I only have classes on Mondays and Wednesdays, but they're for about 4 hours since it's a half semester, and then I also have online work that I usually do on Mondays and Wednesdays as well. So then I have more time to work on other things. But, yeah, so that's an update from me.
Hello, everyone. Okay, so I'm gonna have to speak in a very low voice because I'm outside of my room where Becca sleeps. She has school tomorrow, so I don't want to be a big dick and wake her up. I decided I'm going to do this late night talk with Chris, because you see, right now it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and I've been having a lot of trouble sleeping because I don't know if I mentioned this on the vlogs, but I guess I'll mention it now. It's kind of sad, but my grandfather actually died a few weeks ago, and it really sucks because I loved him a lot, and he was a really good man. And it's really the first person that was really close to me that wasn't a dog or a pet that passed away. And he's been living with us since since I was a kid. He's been with us my whole life practically. Literally living with us, because all grandfathers are with you your whole lives. So I've been doing a lot of things to kind of get my mind off his death. I grew this beard, which I was kind of growing already, but I decided to kind of further its growth. And I've been doing a lot of weightlifting, as you saw last time. I don't know, I've just been doing a lot of stuff lately to kind of get my mind off of it. And I think I have insomnia now because of it, because I've been staying up late and not been able to sleep. And I'm trying to slowly wake myself up. I've been waking up earlier every single day, because first I woke up at what time was it? I woke up at around 2 o'clock. No, I woke up at 12:30 in the afternoon, and I was like, oh my god, this is terrible. So I slowly started trying to wake up earlier and earlier every single day, half an hour earlier. So tomorrow I'm waking up at 10, and my goal is to wake up every morning at either 9 o'clock or 9:30, because I think that's a really good time. So hopefully I will get by that. But anyway, so I've decided, since I can't sleep, I might as well film for you guys. So until I'm able to go to sleep, so I can make more appearances on the vlogs, I'm going to make appearances like this when Becca's sleeping. Because I know you guys drive with Becca to school, And it kind of looked like I was jerking off there. Anyway, you know, you guys drive. Woo, driving in a car. You guys drive with Becca to school, and you guys are like on her dashboard listening to her talk and stuff. Well, this is the time with Chris. You're gonna listen to me talk. Oh my god. My mustache is so prominent. Anyway, so that being said, let's talk. Is this the real life? Becca and I are gonna watch Star Wars tomorrow, The Attack of the Clones, and because we're so festive, we're gonna make clone trooper cupcakes. And we're gonna do this by making red velvet cupcakes. That's my bird. Anyway, by making red velvet cupcakes and then covering it in cream cheese icing, you know, white, and then using like black icing, make like all the, you know, like a stormtrooper or a clone trooper looks like. And we're gonna eat that. It's gonna be cool. This has been the first edition of Late Night with Chris. I hope you enjoyed. How dare you? Turn off the light. We're trying to get food to feed my unborn babies. Anyway, so thank you all for hanging out with me, and goodbye. Hello everyone, it is now daytime, and I'm awake, and there is no Rebecca. So now I can talk to you guys more. So today is a very exciting day for me, as a nerd and as a Star Wars fan. Today is the 10th anniversary, the 10-year anniversary of Star Wars Episode 2 Attack of the Clones. That means 10 years ago today, on May 16th, 2002, Attack of the Clones opened in theaters. And I was at the tender age of 15 years old. I just wanted to kind of share my story to you guys, because I think it's kind of fun to share the stories that we had 10 years ago. Well, okay, so 10 years ago, I was 15 years old. I was in high school, and I still didn't have my learner's license. I actually tried to take my learner's license when I turned 15, and I failed. And I was really upset, because I always imagined in my head... Because let me explain to you guys. When George Lucas came out and announced the prequels, he gave the release date for, like, the year that it was going to come out for every single film. He said in 1999, The Phantom Menace was going to come out. In 2002... Episode 2 was going to come out, and then in 2005, the final one was going to come out, Episode 3. So, I was like a little nerd, and I was calculating how old I was going to be when each film came out. So I'm like, oh, okay, in 1999, I'm 12, then I'm 15 in 2002, and I'm 18 in 2005. And, you know, I put like the kind of like generic... like representation of what I was going to be at that point. Like, I'm like, okay, well, when I'm 12, I'm probably going to be the same, and then when I'm 15, I'm going to have my learners, and I'm going to be driving places, and then when I'm 18, I'll probably have to drive my parents, because I'll have a car. And none of that ever came true, but I'll get to those stories a couple of years later. But anyway, so it was 2002, I didn't have my learners, and what had happened was, previously in 1999, my dad and I accidentally started a ritual for the Phantom Menace. I chose the movie super early in the morning, and he had to take the day off from work, and I had to take the day off from school, and we drove to a theater that was an hour away from where we lived, because we lived in a very small town, and we were an hour away from Tallahassee, the capital of Florida. So we would drive to Tallahassee, and we went to an AMC that was there, and we would, you know, see the movie there. And there's like a couple of things I did that were like, that we did the first time that I tried to make a tradition for every single time afterwards. And it never really happened, because I ended up moving when Episode 3 came out, and now I'll tell you my Episode 2 story of how it didn't work out. So what happened was, around the time Episode 2 came out, Attack of the Clones, we were moving from where we used to live. And we were moving to where we are now. So my dad had moved first to kind of like set up shop. He got a job early, so he had to start early. So like I didn't, you know, my dad was like gone for like 4 or 5 months, you know what I mean? So I could finish up the school year at the school I was at, because he didn't want to transfer me and then have to deal with like finals and other classes that didn't make sense. He thought it made more sense for me to finish my freshman year of high school where we lived. And not like, you know, where we were gonna live. So, switch hands, because my hand's starting to hurt. So what happened was, my mom, I told her, hey, do you mind taking me to go see Attack of the Clones, like in the morning, like, you know, what Dad did with the first one? She's like, yeah, sure, sweetie. Because my mom, for the record, is like the sweetest person in the world. She'll do anything, you know, like you want, and you almost have to not take advantage of her, and I try not to, because she said, like, she doesn't really do it so much now. Now she'll be like, Chris, I don't really want to do it, but back then, like, you know, as a kid, I felt bad. I'm like, man, she's too nice. Like, isn't she supposed to, like, punish me for being, like, so needy? So I tried to back away from her. But this was Star Wars. You know, I needed a ride. I didn't have anyone to take me. So, what happened was, she took me, and I explained to her, okay, well, we got to go in the morning, because it's, like, what me and Dad did. And she was like, alright. So she was so cool. She woke up early in the morning. I didn't go to school that day. I skipped school. I went to, we drove an hour to Tallahassee, and this is where things got bumpy. My dad and I got Burger King breakfast right before we left. So I told my mom, hey, let's go get Burger King breakfast. And she's like, well, I don't want anything, but I'll get you something. She just wanted coffee to wake up. And I was like, oh, okay. So we went, and I got, like, I think French toast sticks and City Minis, and she got, like, coffee. And I was eating them, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool, but, man, kind of wish, like, she had eaten too. But, you know, whatever. Like, she's not like my dad. She didn't want to do that. So then an hour later, we arrived there. I had brought Star Wars magazines to read in the car to kind of, like, pump myself up, because that's how much of a nerd I was at 15. I still am the same nerd now, except I can't read in the car because I'm driving. Anyway, so I was reading these magazines, and I was like, wow, this is so cool. I was, like, pumping myself up, like, looking at the behind the scenes, like, reading interviews. And then we arrived there at Tallahassee, and we got to the mall, because it was an AMC that was built into a mall. So we got to the mall, and it's weird, because I guess everyone went to the midnight. I didn't do that when I was younger. Like, I never did it for any of the Star Wars movies, except for the 3D Phantom Menace that came out just now. So, like, when I got there in the morning, no one was there. It was, like, really empty, and I'm like, huh, that's weird. And then, so what ended up happening was we just went in there. I got popcorn, like I always did. My mom didn't want anything. I got myself an icy. We sat down, we started watching the movie, and I was so excited. Well, hold on, actually, let me backtrack. Before the movie started, I wanted to play the Star Wars Trilogy arcade game. It's an arcade game that, like, you have, like, this stick that you go like that with, and you shoot things. And it's, like, to this day, it's my favorite arcade game. And they had one at the AMC we were at, so I'm like, let's play that. So, we went, and, I played it, and it was, like, super fun. I thought this was so cool, and I was like, oh, man, it's just, like, 3 years ago. And, then we sat down, we saw the movie, and, like, you know, the Star Wars comes out, whatever, and I'm reading the words, and, you know, like, when the new words come up, you're just soaking it all in, because you're like, okay, this is setting up the plot for me. And then, like, during, like, the first couple of moments, something epic happened, and I turned like that to look at my mom, and when I looked over, my mom was like this. She was completely knocked out. Like, within the first 5 minutes of the movie, she just knocked out. And I felt so bad, because I'm like, man, she really did. She had no interest in this movie, and she just, like, did this for me. You know what I mean? And that was so nice of her. And you know what? That's the type of stuff I'm going to do for my kids when they grow up. You know what I mean? And I'm going to try to tell them, like, you know, I'm gonna hope that they naturally, and if they don't, I'm going to, like, say it to them, that they feel, like, what I felt that day, like, you know, that this person loves me and that they would do this for me. This is kind of more of a Mother's Day story. But anyway, so then we left the theater, and, you know, we came home. And so I didn't get to see the movie with my dad, which was kind of weird, because I saw Phantom Menace and I saw Revenge of the Sith, the third one, with my dad, but I never got to see this one. But there is kind of a PS to the story, because later that year, in 2002, like in October or something, they re-released the Attack of the Clones in IMAX theaters, and I had never seen an IMAX movie before. So me and my dad went to go see that at the midnight. And I remember I didn't really like it too much, only because it was my first time in an IMAX, and we sat really close to the screen and to the side. So the whole time, it's a giant, back then it still is a giant screen, but back then this was when, before they went digital, so it was like a really freaking big screen. So this was me the whole time. Like, that was me the whole movie, just looking up. And so, like, when me and my dad left the theater, we had, like, this crink in our neck, because we had been looking like, you know, to the upper right-hand corner for like 2 hours. So yeah, we actually ended up going, but he hated it. He didn't like IMAX at all, like back then. I think he likes the new IMAX now. But I was just happy to see it again in theaters, to be honest. Like, it wasn't like I didn't care about the technicalities, though that did suck that I had to look that way. But whatever. And actually, look, let me show you. I can't believe I have this, but at the IMAX theater, when you were waiting in line, they gave you like a little magazine so you could read. And I still have the magazine. I couldn't believe it. I was looking through my like closet, and I have it. Like, I thought this was so cool. It's like the complete magazine, and it's in pretty good shape. This is 10 years old. Like, well, it's almost 10 years old. It'll be 10 years old like in October. But still, this came out in 2002, and I'm like so amazed at what good condition it is. I'm just really good at like preserving like geeky stuff like that. So anyway, that was my story for Attack of the Clones. I don't know if any of you guys are big Star Wars fans, but if you are, lay down a comment down below and tell us what your like episode 2 Attack of the Clones story is, if you have one. I mean, and if you don't, like, you know, if you've even seen it, if you didn't see it in the cinemas, you just saw it like when it came out on home video, write down below what your story for like that was, and I will eat it all up because I am intrigued by this. So anyway, thank you for hearing my story, and I would say may the Force be with you, but I'm not. But you know what? If you have the movie, and, well, this is going to be posted after the 16th, but see it. Watch episode 2, because it's 10 years old now. And it's kind of okay. It's not the best Star Wars movie, but you know what? It's fun. There's some lightsabers in it. So go watch it. Yes.
We're making Stormtrooper cupcakes.
Clone Trooper cupcakes.
I'm sorry, I keep messing up. But this is what they look like so far. We'll be back when we show you them pretty. Ha ha!
Eat us, please. We look like meat.
Oh, I didn't mean to press record. I meant to take a picture. Well, anyway, this is step 2. A grand clone army. Do you see it? Aren't they cute?
Oh, take pictures of it?
Yeah.
I wish he went to a stop and like was drinking like a Slurpee from 7-Eleven. Like, oh man.
With the song playing.
Hello, Weeble. What are you doing? Taking a nap? With your big fat belly self? Huh? You look kind of like Scooby-Doo here from this angle. You want a Scooby snack? You want a Scooby snack? Yes, I know you want one. This is a baby frog.
Technically.
Swim. Go swim.
It has officially eaten.
Crap. Where'd he go? Oh, look how cute! You better not drop the phone, Rebecca. Don't let clumsy exclamation point Becca come out. Froggy! Or Toad, whatever. It's so cute. I don't think you can really see it. There's one of those crazy white birds right there. I'm walking Pinky. Let's see how long it takes for him to notice. Do you see him yet? Look. Come on. He's like, I see you. He's running away. Why are you doing that? You never do that. Usually he chases them. That's so strange. Look how fast he's going. He's like, no, let's get out of here, Rebecca. I don't trust that guy.
All right. It's our first end slate.
Hi. Hello.
Yeah. Yes. So, Rebecca, tell us what all this is.
On the left side, if you click the video on the left, it's our recent vlog. And then if you click the video on the right, it's my most recent video about skincare.
Okay, and then what are the stuff at the bottom? Tell us about that.
If you click the picture that has both of our faces, then you subscribe to drhappen. If you pick just my picture, you subscribe to my channel, and then Chris's picture is his channel.
So you telling me that what you've done is put everything together to make it convenient for people?
Yeah.
Let's make out.
Not right now.
Yes, now. Goodbye. We're making out.